Salutations, this is Felicat and welcome to Autumn with the Shiba Inu demo. Apparently the Shiba Inu is a hacker. That's about all I know. Let's go. Shiba Inu's look at me, singling me out. Wow, word's good, yo. Shadows of red and black and sesame mill around. Despite the shades of fur, color melting and blurs around me, I sense their cold glares glowing, following me, their canines barred with their snarls. I gulp and look ahead. I have to keep my eyes focused. Even as I feel moisture welling up and cradling the bottom of my eyes. Don't let it spill, don't let it spill. I force myself to keep my eyes open and my head up looking forward. I must go forward. Because she'll be there, somewhere in this crowd. The kind that's smiling Shiba Inu with red fur and a gray sweater. In a world where I feel like a bacteria being expelled, she alone smiled at me. That warm feeling, I get the sense that she really wants me to be here. So Shiba's in love. How cute. Oh my god, it's adorable! Look at him in his little shirt! Oh! The alarm clock blares again for the 5th time, piercing through my skull. Even with my eyes closed, it's as if I could see the sounds attacking me. Oh my god, why am I yawning? Attacking me like small needles. But it's effective. I'm fully awake now, even though the blankets around me are so warm that I don't want to escape the gravity field of the bed. This is good writing. Alas, all good things must come to an end. Oh! I force my eyelids open and light floods into my vision. I stretch out my paw and drop it with a thud on the button on top of the alarm to shut it off. With a groan, I disentangle, I think that it should be disentangle, my limbs from the blankets before rolling out of bed so that the blanket wouldn't follow me off the bed. I learned that the hard way. Oh my god, look at his desk. Wait, is it capturing my cursor? It is not. I'm not gonna change it now. Can I change it now? Probably. But I don't see the... yeah. I'm not messing with it. I make my way over to the kitchen, casting a radio station to the apartment speaker system with a swipe of my wrist phone. Oh, that's handy. The apartment fills up with sound, but it doesn't make up for the loneliness from the dream. Moving the grinder, yes! On the counter closer to me, I pour some coffee beans into it, which makes a delightful clinking sound. The grinder whirs loudly after I press the button, and after I open the lid again, I can smell the strong scent of freshly ground coffee! Hell yeah! My dream is to have my own grinder press situation. I scoop the resulting powder to my mocha pot, that's misspelled, should be C-H-A, and set it on the stove to boil. While I wait, I open the overhead cupboard and that creaks a little and grab a granola bar from the stack. What should I do today? I'm between contracts right now, so I guess I could take the day off and do nothing again. The song playing on the radio ends. The station's news singer plays before a newscaster starts to speak with an energetic voice. We've just received confirmation this morning that Mo-Hee, I know that's wrong, former head of the Ministry of Civil Technologies, was arrested last night. This arrest follows a scandal involving several ARI government officials partaking in the illegal selling of new technology to tech companies. The mocha pot gurgles and emits steam from the top, signaling that the water is boiling and the coffee is almost ready. On the radio, the newscaster continues to talk about the arrest and the scandal, and I can't help but shake my head. I was hoping the rumors that I saw floating around on the internet weren't true, but it looks like they were. It sucks though. Mo-Hee was one of the only officials I actually liked. One that I thought actually cared about all the dogs on the island, not just the high-ranking ones. Politicians are always corrupt, sweetheart. Mo-Hee is the latest official to be arrested in relation to the scandal, and the Shiba Island police chief has hinted that there are warrants out for the arrest of several others. I swipe my paw over the wrist phone and the speakers go silent. Hearing about trouble in the government isn't really how I wanted to start my day. I absent-mindedly pour the coffee into a mug. Even though it's a favorite part of my morning routine, There's a weight on my heart I can't shake off. Oh, he's so cute! His little glasses. Back at my desk, I turned on the computer for some browsing. From beside the keyboard, I grabbed the takeout cartons that once contained noodles and teriyaki chicken and moved them to another part of my desk. Teriyaki is the best. Oh, this place is a mess. I need to clean it up. Bro, same page club. Eventually, same page club. Oh my god, he's so cute! The computer boots up immediately, and the multiple monitors, I'm jelly! Blink to life at the same time. Yeah, I am literally doing all of this on a single monitor. In case you were ever curious about my situation, my setup, yeah. It's a one-screen deal for me. Right, time to be responsible, check my emails, and look for work. I haven't held a full-time job for a while. Oh, God, I need to stop doing that. Instead, preferring to work some one-off contracts just to pay the bills. Income is less predictable in contracts, but I'd rather just be a fleeting interaction and anonymous face. It is the time of year where I need to make sure I continue to afford written food, though. Hopefully the last few postings I responded to will look at my application. I pulled up my email app encrypted and secured to prevent other hackers from messing with me. There are a few emails that came in since last night. Big ol' Net 3 on sale! Grab your copy at 30% off! Oh god, it's too real! It is too real! I get those notifications all the time from Steam. I'm like, bro, I got no money! I got no job! YouTube ain't making me a cent! How am I gonna buy a game? But yeah. I already played that game when it came out, but tried to wipe it from memory. 1 and 2 were so great. RE Dogs Full Limitation SDK compiler creates bigger what? I stopped using Dogs Full a while ago, but I'm still subscribed to the threads. I should clean up my notifications. After going through the list of emails, I said I have one more that was unread. Contract job opportunity. Contact for more information. The email includes a contact name, Li Zhu, and a number to reach them. I look around my desk, picking up paper and other garbage, searching for one of my burner phones. Could have sworn I had at least one around here somewhere. I feel my foot kick something hard and look down to see one of my phones on the floor. Ah, there we are. Oh, his name is Q Lee. I have no idea how to pronounce the names. I am sorry. I do not know foreign names, except for Japanese, and only halfway at those. I pick up the brick of a phone off the floor and blow on it in case there's dust. I then turn it on, seeing that it still has power. Lucky you. Older phones are better for my line of work, in my opinion. Those new wrist phones get hacked easily and collect so much user information. Old phones are so much more reliable. And if I drop them, they typically don't smash to pieces. Well, I've dropped my phone a number of times that has never had it smash into anything. And that includes every phone I've ever owned. In fact, the only phone I've ever had that actually got badly broken was one that got literally run over by a car, so yeah. Buy Samsung is what I'm saying. They're sturdy. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, calling Li Zhu. See? Told you I was gonna be bad with the names! I dial the number in the email. It rings twice before someone answers it. Is this Q Lee? Quay Lee? I'm glad you reached out on such short notice. Yes, I'm interested in learning more about the job in the email. If it's a scam, then I'll hang up. Let me begin. I'm sure you've heard about Mo Yi. Who hasn't? Their arrest is all over the news. I'm working to have their name cleared. That's interesting. It's a big case and with some public scrutiny already. Wonder what this job is going to be and why they need me. It already sounds like something I need to charge more for. I'll hear this dog out to estimate the risk of taking the job. Go on. The problem right now is proof. As of right now, all evidence submitted to the court is against Mo Yi. However, a reliable source told me that there is information and proof that will clear their name. Evidence that they were a whistleblower about this scandal. Ah, yeah, see. Yeah, we've had some trouble with that recently in our own political system. This information would prove that they are not involved and that they are being forced to take the fall. Many Shibas admire Moyi's efforts and efficacy for lower-ranking dogs on the island. It's not shocking that some dogs in the higher ranks are threatened by this. You're probably wondering you'll play here, Quayle. My source tells me that the ARI has stored this information on one of their most private secure networks called the Link Network. I know that you have the ability to infiltrate networks and access the most secure information. Wait, the ARI? Of course they're involved. Why am I not surprised? They have their paws in everyone's pies. I won't hide out. Hacking into other networks is already tough, but now I have to gain access to one that's super secure? And do all of that without getting caught? That's a huge risk. I'm not sure I want to sniff around their business. Not to mention, I'm not even sure it's doable to begin with. Hello? Are you still there? Oops, forgot I was on the phone for a second. I see. Yikes, didn't mean to say that out loud. Sorry, I was thinking. Are you sure there's no other way to obtain the information you're looking for? As far as I know, no. I know about your skills, Quayle. This should be a walk in the park for you. Unfortunately, the ARI does make it a problem. They keep their secrets locked tight. I'm sure you'll be up for the challenge. It could give you a chance to show off your skills, right? That's the thing. Even if I were up for a challenge, there's a chance it would be possible. They have large teams dedicated to plugging any holes in their systems and make sure not just anyone can get in. I hear leaves you aside at the other end of the line. If this is about money, I assure you they'll be properly compensated. I'm prepared to pay well above your fees to have this work done. Promise high pay sounds good, I'll give him that. If what he says is true, my rent could be covered for a long time. But still, I don't think this dog fully grasps where I'm coming from. The ARI isn't a complication that money can get rid of. Li Zhu, God, these names. Money is not a problem, it's... I hear him sigh again. He's clearly getting frustrated with me. Don't you believe in fighting for a better future for the greater good? Won't you at least try instead of surrendering? If you and Mo Yi switched places, wouldn't you want them to do whatever they can? Mo Yi wants to fight for the greater good, a future where the ranking system doesn't rule us and all dogs can live freely and peacefully. Don't you want that? Yes, of course I do. That's what I like about Mo Yi. They say they want a fair society and actually mean it. It would be a waste for them to just be in prison for who knows how long. I have seen the worst Shiba Island has to offer to dogs unlucky enough to be low-ranked. Mo Yi truly strive to help turn their fortunes around. I have tried every alternative. Please, there's no one else I can turn to. Damn it. I sigh, knowing I'm going against my better judgment. Alright, I'll take the job. I can barely hear it, but I swear he leaves you giggles. Thank you, I'm glad you will. The sudden change in tone instantly sets off alarms in my head. Wait, what? Tell me right now, who are you? Recognize me now, Quayle? Beiju? Oh my god! I'm flattered that you remember me, Lily. Wait. I could only stare into thin air, my mouth open. Beiju is an acquaintance of mine that I've known for a while. We were closer in the past, but at least we still stay in touch and talk once every few years. I'm not surprised that Beiju would be one to be involved with something as far-fetched as a political case, but why would she try to contact me this way? Why did you pretend to be someone else? I know you're good at that, but why didn't you just say it's you? I didn't want to lie to you, my dear lady. Now that you agreed to chase, there's no point in me hiding anything. She's so cute. It's a more difficult case than usual, so I wanted to make sure that you took it of your own free will instead of your love for your old friend Beiju. I suppose. But you didn't need to do that. Why not? It was funny. Or are you just embarrassed that you couldn't tell who I was? No way. Why are you doing this anyway? How much money are you being offered to get tangled up in something like this? As much or as little as you imagine, my little Lily. She's totally in it for the money. There's no way she's in it for the greater good she was selling me on. Speaking of which, my payment schedule is half up front and have to be delivered upon completion of the job. At least business is still business. I'll send you an email with instructions on how to deposit the money. Sounds good. Straight to business, huh? You'll get the upfront payment right after the call. One more thing. You still remember where I live, right? Come by ASAP so I can get you started. Beiju hangs up on me before I can say anything. Thankfully, I do remember where she lives. She must have simply assumed that I did. What have I gotten myself into? On one paw, Beiju was right. I agreed to the job. On the other paw, it was a slight relief that I'd be working with a dog I've worked with before. At least rent this month won't be a problem. And I get more takeout! Hell yeah, I want that yaki chicken! I start to salivate as I think about all the fried chicken, ramen, and other food that I can order now. Okay, but first I need to figure out how to get to Beiju's place. As I swipe my wrist to an interface, my mind can help with the back of the job. How am I ever going to hack into the Blink network? I've accessed some of the ARA's less secure networks before on a reconnaissance mission. Maybe I could jump from one system to another until I get to my destination? A few years ago. I have several terminal windows open, each with entries to the networks I've hacked before. Good thing I always leave a back door. The hollow radio continues to play some instrumental rock, and my copy has defocused as I try to access new ARI networks I haven't hacked before. I start by scanning for any insecure server that can for me to get a foothold on, and manage to find one. Using that, I try to hop over to other internal servers. I'm able to get access to new internal networks by lateral jumps. I only spend the minimum amount of time skimming the files to see if I'm loaded on a server with valuable data before jumping again. As time goes on and my copy finishes, I find myself hitting encryptions and firewalls that I can't bypass more and more often. Each security measure becomes harder and harder to crack as I continue to rummage through the networks trying to find the one I want. Eventually I get to a point where I'm unable to break through and I'm forced to look somewhere else to gain access. Several hours later. He's so damn cute. It's nighttime when I finally decide to give up. Every lateral move I make on every backdoor I've tried has just led me to dead ends. Obviously, this Blink network is too secure for me to access from the outside. My next option would be to break and enter into the ARI headquarters and hack directly into the network from their office. I'm not sure how well sneaking into the building would work for me, though. I'm not exactly good at blending in with Shibas. Well, you're a golden, so I'm not surprised. Well, that was the end of that mission. It was only reconnaissance, and I wrote up the report and was paid. But that was years ago, so maybe Beiju has her paws on new information. God, he's so cute. That's a nice background, I like that. I'm on the Mastiff Rapid Transit, also known as the MRT, on the way to Beiju's place. What should I think about? Think about the job. All the dogs of Shiba Island have to go through virtual arenas called the arenas to determine their rankings. I don't remember anything that happened there, but apparently at some point Beiju and I met and worked together to place well in the brackets. Why don't you remember what happened there? That sounds really weird. And we've kept in touch occasionally every few years. It's been a while since I've seen Beiju. My last 2 contracts kept me really busy, and after that I was just too lazy to leave my apartment unless necessary. Same page club, bro! I met Beiju ages ago during one of the arenas. I couldn't have quite imagined how things would turn out, but she is now a massive internet celebrity. Okay. I'm curious how that's going recently since I haven't been following super closely. Oops, I guess I'm hungry. Since I have to leave my place on short notice, I brought some sushi takeout on the way. It feels weird to not offer some to Beiju. I got an order for her as well. Sushi, my dog's bringing the good stuff. Oh, that's so cute! with a big hug. She always gives the best hugs. Yay, I'm so happy you're here! Me too, it's been so long. She leads me into her apartment, which is furnished exclusively in pink with an assortment of neon and kitschy decorations. While she's always been a fan of pink and interior decorating, a lot of this is done so her internet videos have a healing background. Beiju always talks about needing to look like you have your life together if you want to be taken seriously as an influencer. Poor Doggo. Which is why I will never become an influencer and no one else needs to know how messy my life is. Oh my god! Is this dog secretly me in another life? Because I feel like he is. I suppose I could just filter out my background or use a virtual background, but even if I could, I don't want to! That's why I don't appear on camera, by the way. That and the lighting in my room is shit. Beiju lays out some cushions for us to sit on. I plop down on one and we dig into the food I brought. Oh my god! She's so cute! Look at her hold the chopsticks! I haven't had sushi in forever! How did you know this is what I needed? You really are my knight in shining armor. Look at her eyes, she's so cute! You didn't hack me, did you? She laughs when I give her a weird look. Why would I do that? I already know you like sushi, but I didn't know you hadn't had it in a while. Beiju keeps laughing. I was just joking, Lily! Oh. Don't be sad. Seriously, thank you for bringing the food. No problem. Before we talk about why you're here, how have you been? Any interesting contracts lately? Not really. My most recent jobs are mostly run-of-the-mill support, grassroots organizations types of work. Oh, I did hack a Hydra's loan system to remove a debt of 10 Shiba Inus a few weeks ago. That was a good job. Nice! Excuse the hell out of me. What about you? Got your followers to disgrace the high-ranking official yet? She laughs. Nope, but who knows what'll happen tomorrow. Right now I'm just editing an eyeshadow palette review. It's pretty much done, so you're right at a good time. What's your opinion on it? It's pretty bad, actually. I'm glad, though, because my followers love when I roast products. Beiju laughs again, and this time I join in. Much as I love talking about me, I'm sure you have some pretty questions. Hacking the ARA to gain access to the Blink network oh, yeah, wrong voice. Whoops! Hacking the ARA to gain access to the Blink network to prove the innocence of Mo-Yi, your new job. I wait for her to elaborate, but she just stares at me with a smile. I understand that part of the mission, but what did you want me to come to your apartment for? You're missing a me there, I think. Well, the job is a bit more complicated than usual. And maybe not just a little more complicated, it's really, really complicated. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, the network that contains the information we need is probably one of the most secure ones the ARI has. I do know that, but what are you thinking? Surely you wanted to tell me about some secret backdoor, credentials, or something that your source has. Or found. Well, my source did find something. Thank goodness. They notified me of an internal ARI job posting for a middle security programmer. Then I figured you could apply for the job and hack Blink from within. Never mind! No way that's going to work. I stand up, still holding my sushi box. You said this was just a hacking job, not an undercover infiltration job. I never said that, my dear Lily. Plus, they aren't mutually exclusive in this field. Beiju doesn't bat an eye even though I'm towering over her. You agreed with the goal of the job, didn't you? Ugh. And you already accepted upfront payment! I did. I sit back down slowly. But don't worry, my dearest Lily, for the job posting, I've got you covered. I'll create a fake persona for you, someone who works at the ARI, maybe some entry-level position that wouldn't have a lot of interaction with other employees. My plan is for you to assume that new identity, get the job, and go from there. I stare at her slack-jawed. Look at his face! He's so cute! But what if I'm not able to get the job? You know how I gesture at myself. You know how much I stand out for all the wrong reasons. Then I'll still be stuck at square one. Beiju tilts her head as if pondering how to respond. We don't have a lot of options, so we might as well try. Look, I know you don't remember much of your past, but I know that you know that for fake personas, I'm the best. I'll make sure that no one doubts you really worked at the ARI. Hope she's right. It's true that she's the only dog I know who's a master of disguise manipulation. Okay, I guess. Maybe we can pull this off. Really? You mean it? I nod slowly. I'll try it. Even though it sounds ridiculous to me, how can it be explained that a Labrador like me is working in the ARI, the governing body of Shiba Island, which, as the name suggests, is mostly populated by Shiba Inus? Beiju smiles, but suddenly her face is more serious than I've ever seen it before. It'll be hard, don't get me wrong, especially since you're not a Shiba Inu. But don't worry, I've thought about that. I've done my best, and as long as you do too, I'm sure it'll work. Well, fine, you've got yourself a deal. Now, time to get to work on that new persona and applying for that job. How much time do you have to be here? I can stay all afternoon and evening. Will that be enough time, or do you need a few days? Beiju laughs and waves her paw. Please, you're talking to an expert here. A day should be enough time. Let's get to work. This is an extensive demo. Who's this handsome fella? Next day. After Beiju and I spent hours creating a new persona for me, we applied for the security programmer position at the ARI. Oh my god, his little hat! The persona is named Tai Lo. She's a skilled security programmer and high-rank lab who approves of the ARI and the ranking system. In essence, she's pretty much like me, but she likes the ARI. Now that my application was submitted, all I could really do is wait and see if I'd get a callback. I had used a number of one of my disposable ones on application, and I've been keeping it on me ever since, just in case. I hope I get the job. Ugh, this is the part of job hunting I hate. I have to put so much into hoping I get selected. Job hunting is the absolute worst. I'm disabled now, so I don't have to worry about that anymore, but it's horrible. If you're dealing with that right now, I really do feel for you. I hated it when I had to do it. It was awful. And right now I'm fake job hunting. Why is it just as stressful as real job hunting? I look at the food truck station in front of my apartment building. I can already smell the fried potatoes and seafood they're cooking. Oh my god, yes. Instead of focusing on the job hunt, I should focus on things like breakfast. A line is already formed. I quickly get to the back of the line before it gets any longer. Not surprising, there's a lot of dogs. The food here is great. While waiting, I hear a buzzing sound and feel a vibration on my coat jacket. What could that be? I feel my pockets and realize with an internal facepalm that it's the burner phone I use in job application. Oops, guess I'm not used to dogs calling me on my old phones. I answer the phone, holding it up to my ear. Hello, am I speaking to Tai Lo? It takes me another second to confirm mentally that Tai Lo is the name of the persona I created with Beiju. He or she? I guess it's a she because dogs can smell whether you're a he or a she. As far as all that's concerned. I guess it's a she, I thought it was he, but whatever! Creative Beiju. Yes, I'm Tai Lo. Excellent, my name is Zhu La. I'm so sorry about the names. I have no idea how to actually pronounce them. I'm just guessing. I recently came across your application for the position of mid-level security programmer. You say you've been working with us for 6 months in customer support? Yes. Beiju and I chose that position to impersonate because I know they have a lot of dogs in customer support, receiving calls and directing callers through the right departments. There's enough dogs with many of them on short-term contracts that it's unlikely that higher-ups would remember the names of any of them or care to double-check. Which is what Beiju and I are relying on, even though I'm a Labrador Retriever among Shiba Inus. Finding some small, not scripting, not as in game scripting, but scripting as in literal spoken word dialogue scripting errors. They're minor, but they are there, and I hope they patch them with the release or whatever. Clearly it's not an English first language game, so it's not surprising to find them, but in the hopes that it will give them a little bit of assistance, I guess, I point things like that out. Because translations don't always go over perfectly. Which I'm available for that, not translating. I'm available to proofread translated text to make sure you don't have errors like that. Anyway, just gotta hope they buy the lie. Now, why do you think you'd be able to make the jump from customer support to programming? I have a degree in computer science focusing on security. While doing customer support, I've also been staying up to date on cybersecurity techniques, which is what I wanted to do originally. That part isn't a lie. Yes, I saw that in your application. Well, we're impressed by what you have to offer and would like to interview you. That was easy. Thank you. Do you have any other questions for me? I do. That's why I offered to interview you, so we can get to know you better. Oh, right. Got it. Great then. That means they bought it. How does this afternoon at 3 p.m. sound? That's a bit short notice. Doesn't this dog have something more important to do? But this is important to my mission. I can make time for it. That time works for me. Good. We're looking forward to chatting with you soon. You too. As soon as I hear the following disconnect, I put the burner phone back in my pocket and then call it Beiju on my wrist phone. Hi, Lily, what's up? Guess who has an interview with the ARI? Yes, I knew the persona would work. When's your interview? It's this afternoon. I'm pretty nervous. What if the whole thing falls apart when I get there? That won't happen. A lot of Tylo's persona is based on your actual abilities. I know, I've just never done undercover stuff like this before, and I'm worried I'll screw it up. Hiding behind a screen is so much easier. There's a reason why I prefer to do my hacking work behind the scenes and not be someone who relies on lots of social skills like Beiju. You got this! And if you need some support, just wear this earpiece I gave you. Beiju gave me this free earpiece yesterday so she could be with me if I got the job. Thanks to the way Labrador Retriever ears fold over, the earpiece is completely hidden in a way that Shiba couldn't pull off. I'm grateful that I can have her with me. She'll be able to keep me in check if I start screwing up my persona. Thank you, Beiju. I really appreciate the help. Of course! Anything for my favorite lab! I'm the only lab you know. So it's still true. That's cute. They're so cute. After purchasing my food, I quickly eat it at home and then freshen up for the interview. It's so cute! I hop on the MRT to transit to the ARI HQ for my interview with Julie. That's a lot of nonsense. Words. About the interview. I'm really nervous about everything. The interview and being at the ARI under false pretenses. She's very high up in the ARI, which scares me a little. I wonder what type of questions she'll ask in the interview. Cool building. I feel like I'm going to get caught any second now. No, I need to stop thinking like that or else I actually will get caught. I'm pretty sure they can sense our fears. Who can sense fears? I jump as the silver-coated Shiba Inu enters the room. Her cold, judgmental look makes me feel very small. I apologize that he was a she earlier. So, who were you talking about? No one. I was just talking to myself. Oops, need to stop speaking out loud when I don't mean to. I hate it when I do that. Maybe I should stop thinking just in case. I can't tell from the look of her face if she's annoyed with me or not. Look should be on her face. I hope she isn't. I don't want to make a bad first impression. In any case, is there anything I can help you with? Yes, I'm here for an interview. Her expression doesn't change. You must be Tylo. My name is Jula. We spoke over the phone yesterday. Oops. Way to make a great first impression with the future boss, Whaley! Yes, I am Tylo. Nice to meet you. Jula tilts her head and without another word walks off. I take that as a signal for me to follow her. I quietly follow her and tell myself to stop saying my thoughts out loud. After a long elevator ride, we enter a room past heavy dark doors. Nice. As I take a seat, I hear the earpiece buzz to life. Good luck, Tylo. Stop being so nervous. You'll do fine. Remember, Tylo is an ambitious ARA supporter. Don't act hostile. You love the ARA so much. Your degree and transcripts are very impressive. I'm surprised it's taking you this long to find work in the field. I laugh nervously. Thanks. At least the fake degree and transcripts work. We only modified the grade slightly on Beiju's recommendation. It would be slightly different, so it's hard to look up to confirm, but close enough to my abilities that it would be suspicious. Why do you want to make the jump from customer support to security? She lifts up eyebrows and testing me. Do you not like your current role? Just remember to say something like, you want to move up in the organization like we practiced yesterday. The ARA loves the mission! I joined customer support because I couldn't find work in my field at the time, and the ARI was able to give me a good and steady job. That's a sensible answer. I knew that we hired programmers frequently. I used my time to get to know the company better so I'd be prepared for when an opportunity eventually popped up. And I saw that opportunity to move internally into this position. That's why I applied. Excellent. I'm glad you decided to grow within our organization. The ARA appreciates employees with hunger to improve themselves. According to your application, you ranked a 92 out of 100 for your participation in the arenas. What do you think of your score? Something you're proud of it! I worked really hard for that score. I'm proud of it. Oh, I hate talking about rank, but of course they find it important here. I mean, they invented a whole system of determining the rank of every dog on the island. The allocation is based on ranking, and therefore how good a dog is. It could be said that the ranking based on these arenas maintains the social order. That makes sense. When Beiju was helping me create Tylo, we decided to make her ranked below the real me so that I wouldn't be intimidated, but still high enough to be impressive. A new face, a Labrador nonetheless, with a rank of 97 out of 100, which is nearly impossible to achieve for most dogs, would bring me more attention than I'd like. In the technical departments, it's important to have a high rank, but the requirements aren't as high as the policy departments. From Beiju's intel, in the technical departments, an average of 87 to 94 was the norm. We settled on 92 for this reason. Can I just say how much I'm digging the music in this game, by the way? It's excellent. I'm definitely curious if Beiju's sources work, but what's important is that she knew a lot about the ARI and it seems to be working so far. You need to stop thinking too much or else I'll say something out loud by accident. Again. Now, what are your opinions of the ranking system we created for Shiba Island? I'm assuming you have positive feelings about it since you work here, but I'm curious to know what you have to say about the system. Uh-oh. All you have to do is say you agree with it. Tylo approves of the ranking system. Tylo does, but I hate it. It's just a way to bully dogs who are just unlucky. It's unfair and punishing. Not to mention dogs in ranks like mine abuse their privileges all the time just because they can. Would lying and saying I agree with it even benefit me in the long run? Is it what Jula would want to hear? It's definitely something Tylo would say, but still. Riley, you have to answer her. Stop thinking! What do I do? Let's spin! I think it is a good system. It helps us grow to know our strengths and where we fit best in our society. Even if it's horrible in practice, no second chances, no way, no opportunity to try something different. It is the perfect system. It removes many complications. I'm glad you agree. You're doing great, Queenie! You're really embodying Tai Lo! Remember, it's not you saying the area of the rankings and so system are great, it's Tai Lo saying it. I'm not sure that makes me feel better, though. You're quite a thoughtful dog, Tai Lo. You'll fit well into our workplace. I think congratulations are in order. I'm extending you an offer to join our team as a security programmer. Yes! I knew you could get past the interview! That was easy. Maybe a little too easy. It's like I was already accepted before I came in. I guess that's how the full-time job market really works. It really is. It's fine, I've just got to be really careful, that's all. What do you say, Tai Lo? I accept. Excellent. Can you start tomorrow? They're so darn cute, I love it. Ah! Well, that's it for Autumn with the Shiba Inu. You see it here, folks. Go support them on Kickstarter if you want to see the full game. And, maybe look at my wishlist and buy it for me, because I am, honest to God, totally broke and probably won't be able to buy it when it comes out, depending on what it costs. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. I think this looks like a really interesting game. I'm excited to get deeper into the actual gameplay aspects of it. Not that the VN aspect isn't awesome, that's really cool. But yeah, that's it for Shiba Inu. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.